All right, Trojans have the ball. First down, 10 on their 35. I slot left, pitch out to Simpson to the short side. Gets away at the 35 and gets out to the 39 before he's finally brought down in a traffic jam. Bringing him down on the near side was right guard Bill Nelson. However, he picked up 4 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 6 for USC, Bud Gibbs. Soggy hands up. Up the middle goes the fullback, Dan Scott. He runs hard, gets over the line of scrimmage and out to about the 44-yard line. Before linebacker Skip Vanderbunt brings him down. Slot back to the right. McCullough is the split end wide to the right. Soggy starting to the left on the keeper, breaks over tackle, makes the first down, fumbles, a scramble for it, and I believe the Beavers have it. Harry Gunner belted the quarterback Steve Soggy, who fumbled the ball. It popped out of his arm, squirted to the near side where Skip Vanderbunt and Mike Foote both fell on it, and I'm not sure to which one we give the credit. So it is 1st and 10 Oregon State on the USC 47-yard line. Tremendous crowd enjoying it to the hilt here this afternoon. Priest at quarterback, hands to Enyart, big hole over the right side, gets to the 40, down to the Trojan 37, 38-yard line. Very near a first down as the linebacker Adrian Young and the left halfback Bill Juroncic bring him down. They put it on the 37.5-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 1 yard to go. Bud, did you have... All right, the Trojans in a 5-3 defense. Priest gives to the second man through. Billy Main makes the first down. Puts the big hole through the Trojan line as it goes down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 7. Linebacker Jim Snow brought him down. Oregon State tangling with the nation's #1 team, the USC Trojans. Full house T backfield. 1st and 10 Beavers. USC 30. Give to Enyart. Big hole left side. Enyart inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. Brought down again by linebacker Adrian Young. Ty Solness, the Rover linebacker, in on the tackle. A gain of 4 yards for Enyart. Trojans in a 6-2 defense this time. Priest keeps on the option as he goes right. Gets over the 25 to about the 24. This actually is about the first time Oregon State's option play has not lost yardage. All right, the Beavers at the line of scrimmage. And Steve Priest is asking for the crowd to quiet, and they do immediately. Oregon State 3rd down and about 3 yards to go for the first down. Priest to Enyart. Finding his way through left tackle, gets down close to the 20-yard line. I do not believe it's a first down, but it will be very close. And now Coach DeAndros is going to have to make the choice. He has Larry Rich and Mike Haggard on the far side, ready to come in, possibly. However, they're going to call for a measurement as the ball is put down inches outside the 20. It is 1st and 10. All right, 1st and 10 for the Beavers on the Trojan 20-yard line. Priest at quarterback. Hands to Enyart, right guard, 2-3 yards down to about the 17-yard line. Goes Bill Enyart. Enyart following in behind the right side of his line. Ball is down on the 17-yard line. Willard Scott, left tackle, made the stop on the play. In there at right guard is Clyde Smith. He was the guy who opened the hole on that last one. Roger Stalick at right tackle. Give to Enyart, right tackle, gets inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Well, Enyart picked up 3 on the first one. He picked up 3 on this one. If Enyart can go for 3 every time, he'll be in the end zone in about 2 minutes. But you got to make the 3 every time. It's 3rd down, 4 yards to go on the 14 of the Trojans. Billy Main crossing in from the right side, and he gets tangled up with a bunch of Trojans. First man on him, Willard Scott, who rode him to the ground to the help of a couple of others on the right side. So they are now on the Trojan 13-yard line. Here comes Mike Haggard on the field. All right, Mike Haggard has made 7 field goals out of 12 attempts. Larry Rich will put down on the 20. It's snapped back. Here goes the kick. It's on the way. It's good. And so for Mike Haggard, it was a feat for the foot. He split the uprights, although Tony Terry, the defensive right tackle, came out to argue with the referee that he thought it was wide to the far side. And Oregon State goes into a 3-0 lead with 5 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first half. 9 plays downfield, 47 yards, following the fumble recovery by 2 men, Skip Vanderbunt and Mike Foote, as the Beavers are kicking towards the south end of Parker Stadium. Referee checks with Haggard. Here he is on his way forward. It's not a long kick. It'll be Lawrence moving over, taking it on the 7-yard line. Out to the 10, running hard, the 15, the 20. He gets tackled up there on about the 24-yard line. And who was the Bulldog at the bottom of the pile who made the tackle? Number 44 for the Beavers. First and 10 Trojans. Let's say it's on the 25. It's just about a foot shy. I formation, slot left. O.J. Simpson, the deep man. The short man is Dan Scott. The quarterback is Steve Sauge against the Beaver 5-2 defense. Hand off to Simpson. Right side, he gets nailed to the turf on the 26-yard line or 25-yard line by Jess Lewis. Trojans have it 2nd and 9 as Simpson picked up 1 yard. Fake to the fullback. Back to pass. Sauge fires when his man is in the clear out to the left, but he falls down as he catches the ball, and he was wide open. Bob Miller, the tight end, was wide open up on the 28-yard line. He caught the pass. Actually, it's going to be good for a net gain of only 2 yards, and he was as wide open as a man could be. I slot right. Fake to Simpson. Here's a reverse play to McCullough coming around, or Jim Lawrence, rather. Lawrence gets over the 30, but is brought down up on the 33-yard line by the defensive right end, Mike Foote. And Whitney came up from the defensive halfback position. Cashman has averaged 32 yards per kick. Beavers have 3 men deep. There's a low kick. It'll be taken on the near side on the 30-yard line. Back out over the 35, up the sidelines, and stepping out of bounds at about the 40-yard line goes Mark Walatich with the ball. A 10-yard return. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Beavers at that point.
Bob, the USC kicking game, particularly their punting game, is perhaps the biggest weakness they have. This could be a very important factor before the afternoon's over.
Reese engineering the club at quarterback. Lining up with Roger Catlin, split end. Give to Enyart, big hole, left tackle, gets into the secondary to about the 43 or 44-yard line. And still buses are showing up following a tremendous traffic jam here in Corvallis. 2nd down, 7. Crossbuck play. Billy Mahan gets out over the 45 to about the 47-yard line.
As well balanced a running backfield as you'll ever see on a college football team, Bob, and this point has been pretty well recognized across the United States. There are 4 backs that can run in there all the time.
3rd down and 3. They give to Enyart, and rather Billy Mahan, he makes the first down. Billy Mahan slanting over left guard. A great hole opened up by Dave Marlette as Mahan gets over the 50 and down to the Trojan 46.5-yard line. With a minute and 15 seconds to go to the half. Line up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 8. Priest is back to pass. Fires a long one downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete as Gary Hauser, the tight end, had the ball tipped away. And then as Hauser went down behind Battle and Jurancic, who both tipped the ball, Hauser had a chance, but the ball slipped off the fingertips as he was down on the turf. Just straight down and throw it long and hope he runs under it. They're going to give it to him on that counter play. He breaks over the 40. He's to the 35 on his feet at the 30. He's at the 25, the 20. He's down to the 17-yard line before he's brought down. Bobby Mays and the Beavers call timeout. Around the Trojan 19-yard line. Hand off to Enyart. Down the middle he goes to the 15-yard line. A gain of 4 yards by Enyart. The clock is still moving at 50 seconds. The Beavers are lining up to run a quick play. Gary Magner, the right tackle, made the stop. Clock shows 43 seconds. Enyart on a counter play. Gives to Maine. Dives up the middle. Gets down to about the 13-yard line. And this time they're going to stop the clock for the timeout. Or are they? No, the clock is still rolling at 33 seconds to go. The ball is put down just inside the 15. It's 3rd and a long 5 yards. Priest Enyart on the left side. Enyart gets down to about the 12-yard line. 22 seconds to go. That was a 3rd down play. It was shy of the first down by 2 yards. And now Oregon State is asking for the timeout. And once again, they find themselves in perfect field goal condition. Waiting for the snap from center. John Didion over the ball. Here's the snap. Larry Rich puts it down. Haggard's kick is on the way. It's no good. No good. Wide to the right. It is wide to the right. And so the Beavers this time, on a great sprint by Bobby Mays, getting them down into scoring territory. This time, Mike Haggard has a slightly shorter field goal attempt than the previous time, was just a little to the right. And so with 18 seconds left in the first half, the score remains Oregon State 3, University of Southern California nothing. In what has been a great defensive battle in this first half, the field is damp, but so far it has actually not seemingly hampered either team too much. High formation for the Trojans, slot right. Sauge is back on the draw play. Simpson has it, but he's going to be ridden to the ground behind the line of scrimmage by John Sandstrom and Skip Vanderbunt, back on the 18-yard line for a loss of 2. The clock ticking away with 5 seconds left in the first half, and the Trojans undoubtedly will not be able to get away another play. And there's the gun that sounds the end of the first half with the score, Oregon State University 3, the University of Southern California Trojans, nothing. As we mentioned before, we have with us the governors of two great states in the western United States, Governor Ronald Reagan of California, Governor Tom McCall of our state of Oregon. And gentlemen, I would like to welcome both of you to this ball game. And I believe Governor McCall, in deference to our visitor, I think I'm going to talk with Governor Reagan first. And are you enjoying the ball game so far?
Oh, enjoying it very much.
Might I ask you this? Being from the state of California, I know you have to root for USC. But within the state of California, Governor Reagan, can you pick out any one team that you can root for, or is this dangerous ground?
Well, this would be dangerous ground since I'm now actually a regent of the University of California, which includes all those campuses of Cal and UCLA and so forth. And SC, of course, is one of our great independent institutions. So you're right, it would be dangerous ground for me. Obviously, today, I have a favorite.
You are safe rooting for USC today, and you are rooting for a great team, a number one team in the nation, and deservedly so. Are you at all surprised by the score at the end of the first half?
No. As a matter of fact, this Oregon State team of yours, when I started to say OS, I was looking at that OS flag down there, OSU, down in the field right now.
I thought you were going to say OSC because they just changed it to OSU a few years ago.
Oh, no, this team has seemed to have the power to come up against the good ones and seems to have its greatest trouble on what should be the easy marks.
Well, Governor Reagan, I'll get back to you in just a moment. At the moment, I want to ask Governor McCall, have you made any special wagers of any kind today with Governor Reagan?
Well, we have an even-up wager, crate of oranges versus silver salmon.
Would the oranges have come in honor of Orange Juice Simpson by any chance?
I hope Orange Juice Simpson doesn't deprive me of the orange juice, I'll tell you that. And he, with that 126 yards in the first half, really raised havoc. But we have another part of the bet that's quite interesting. I have to catch the salmon if I lose. The Governor Reagan has to pick the oranges if he loses.
Has he designated yet from what grove or where he's going to pick those oranges, or do you have a tree in your own yard, Governor Reagan?
No, and as a matter of fact, I was sort of sure I wasn't going to have to pick them. But I'm amazed at Tom's courage here in referring to it as a bet, you see. I was going to simply say that we had a sort of an arrangement where he was going to celebrate a USC victory by giving me a salmon.
Well, Governor Reagan, you know, when you say you're so sure of something, as I stand up, do you notice I am wearing a tuxedo to broadcast in?
I didn't know whether you'd been out late and just got here or were going someplace.
Well, I got caught. I got trapped in an overnight flight to the east to broadcast the Oregon State-Purdue game. I was wearing a tuxedo. Coach DeAndros said, Bob, he was kind of superstitious. He said, if we win today's game, he said, you're going to have to wear that tuxedo till we lose one. So you're talking about a guy being sure. I said, okay, Coach, I will. I've been wearing a tuxedo for every broadcast since that time.
Oh, that's great. You want to know, you know, I used to be a sports announcer.
Well, I was going to bring that up next. What part of the country was it?
Back in the Midwest. I broadcast Iowa games, and we always picked up a couple of Notre Dame games during the season. And then I did the Cubs and Sox home games out of Chicago.
Were you a play-by-play announcer or a commentator, that is a color man at the time?
No, I was play-by-play. And as a matter of fact, I share your feeling about the superstitions. I was broadcasting the Cubs when they set that never-to-be-forgotten record where to win the pennant they had to win the last 21 games of the season, and they did it. And I was so afraid I would jinx them that in broadcasting, I never once in the 21 games mentioned the standing or counted how many they'd won straight. I thought it would be like mentioning a no-hit game, that you shouldn't do it because you might jinx them.
Well, you know, it's a funny thing, but people do have these superstitions and clothes for some reason around athletic people. So all of my broadcasting crew, we are all wearing exactly the same clothes that we've been wearing ever since the Purdue game. Governor Reagan, I might say that you've had a very colorful career from sportscasting into the motion pictures and now into politics, and I believe that you played a part in the great story of Newt Rockne in the movies.
Yes, that was one of the great sentimental things and a favorite that will always be a favorite part with mine. I played the Gipper, George Gipp, in the life story of Newt Rockne.
All right, back to Governor McCall here for just a moment. And Governor McCall, I understand, too, that while Governor Reagan got his start as a sportscaster, you got started as a sports writer.
That's right, Bob, and it's a good thing we have this professional background or we'd be striking each other. We're sitting right beside each other down here at the game.
Well, that was one thing I was going to ask, how you were getting along side by side down there as you're both rooting for opposite teams.
Well, the Governor's a perfect sport, and I'm a terrible host. I'm rooting too hard for Oregon State, but it seems to be helping.
Well, Governor McCall, I'm sure that with your high position in the state of Oregon, you've never once regretted leaving the sports writing or the commentary field to get to the fine position that you hold now.
Well, I hope someday to get back to my first love,
Which is?
which is the commentary writing field.
Governor McCall, Governor Reagan, we appreciate very much the time of both of you gentlemen to come with us here on our broadcast that they have, and I know you have other folks you'd like to see. So again, thanks an awful lot. Governor McCall, Governor Reagan, a real pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you. It's been just great, and I've enjoyed every minute.
And good luck to both of you as you root for your favorite team in the second half of today's game. Yours truly, Bob Blackburn, all set for the second half of action from Parker Stadium. The Beavers lead 3-0. Rasevich kicking off. It's a deep kick floating down, taken back on the 5-yard line by Billy Main. He's back to the 15, the 20. He breaks away and goes out to about the 23 or 24-yard line. Billy Main brought down on the play by Steve Swanson, linebacker on the left side, a Pico Rivera senior. All right, the Beavers first and 10 on their 24-yard line. They are moving from our left to our right towards the south end of the stadium, and a fresh breeze has just picked up, may hopefully blow some clouds out of here. Roger Catlin split end wide to the left. The quarterback is Priest. Hands off to Enyard. Big hole. Right tackle over the 25. Out to about the 28-yard line. About a 4-yard gain by Bill Enyard. Slot formation left. Billy Main is the slot back. Catlin the split end. Running backs are Donnie Summers on the left. Bill Enyard on the left. Summers on the right. It's to Enyard. Quick opener. Left guard. He gets over the line of scrimmage, up over the 30 to about the 31 at the most. That was a 2nd and 6. If he gets to the 31, it'll be 3rd and 3, and that's what they give him, a gain of 3 yards. Bud Gibbs?
I'm sure that Enyard and Priest and the Beavers are happy to settle for a short gain on that play. Priest bobbled the ball, and it would have been a very, very bad place to have a fumble prop up, but it almost happened.
Middle of the line gets clobbered up as Billy Main tries to cross buck in there, gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Young up off the bottom of the pile, along with another dirty shirt who's been in there a lot today, Willard Scott, sophomore from Los Angeles Manual Arts High School. Hauser has punted them today, 59, 36, and 41 yards. Back deep, safety man Mike Battle gets a low kick. Battle will take it back on his 24-yard line. He's back at the 30, runs into one of his own men, and then gets tackled hard at about the 31. Mike Battle ran into his own man as he came back up there. He ran into Bill Jurancic, and Billy Main was down there like a flash and belted him on the 31-yard line, a 46-yard kick by Hauser. And so the Beavers lead 3-0 as we are 2 minutes into the second half of action. The Trojans at the line of scrimmage on their 31, 1st and 10. With Lawrence wide to the left. It's the first time they've used this particular offensive formation. Inside pitch out. O.J. Simpson up to the 35-yard line, a gain of 4. Simpson brought down by Bill Nelson, Skip Vanderbunt, and Ron Boley. They come out again in the pro set out of the I formation this time. Soggy is the quarterback and has been all the way today for the Trojans. Give to the second man through. Simpson up the middle. Still does not make the first down as he gets up over the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Ganged up in the middle again. Lewis, Boley. Also up off the bottom of the stack is a dirty jersey, number 82, Mike Foote. It's 3rd down and a long 2 yards to go. Soggy on the keeper will make the first down. Breaks in the open to the 40. The 45, and he's ridden to the ground by Skip Vanderbunt out of the 49-yard line as Soggy rambles for 11 yards. The Trojans this time flanking Ron Drake as the split end wide to the right. The flanker back wide left is McCullough. So they actually have their 2 split ends in there. At the moment, Soggy fumbles the ball. He recovers it back on the USC 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards, a Soggy fumble. Ron Boley was right in on top of him. So the Trojans will have a 2nd and 16. Coming out on that pro set I formation, a fake to the second man through, and a loss back to the 47-yard line as the Beavers break through on a broken play. Soggy could not get rid of the ball back there. He was brought down by Skip Vanderbunt. Pro set with flankers wide both ways. They're in the T formation. Soggy back. He's going to pass. He has the rush on. Throws a screen pass to the right, and breaking through the interference for a great tackle was Mike Foote. There were 2 men to take Mike Foote out of the play, and he broke right between them. Mike Foote on one of the great defensive plays of this year. Listen to the hand he's getting. 34-yard line where it is 4th and 25. That was one of the great plays. Cashman kicks. The crowd quiets as Olds takes it on the run back in his 20-yard line. Charlie Olds to the 25, and he's tackled as he gets to the 30-yard line. He was belted hard down there by Dan Scott, the fullback. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Beavers on their 30-yard line, a 46-yard kick. Oregon State leading here by a score of 3-0 with 9:13 left in the third quarter. Oregon State out of the slot formation, right, a counter play coming in from the left side. Donnie Summers gets out over the 30-yard line, which is the line of scrimmage, and up to about the 34. Roger Catlin splitting wide to the right side this time. Slot back formation to the right. Trojans in a 6-2-2-1 defense. Give to Bill Enyart. Big hole, left tackle, breaks in the clear at the 40, the 45, the 50, the 40, the 35, the 30. He cuts the 25. He fumbles on the 20. That fumble is recovered by USC, but there's a penalty marker on the play. A penalty marker on the play as Bill Enyart almost broke to go all the way. He started back on his 34-yard line. Enyart went all the way to the 20. Now, if this is a clipping penalty against Oregon State, well, let's see what it's going to be. Bud, did that appear to be that to you?
Bob?
It is clipping against Oregon State, refused by the Trojans.
Yeah.
And USC has recovered on their 19-yard line. All right, here's Soggy back to pass. The rush is on. He's back down to the 4-yard line. Steve Soggy down back on the 12-yard line as he went back to pass, slipped and fell. The charging Beaver linemen were in on top of him very quickly. Nelson, Sandstrom, and Jess Lewis. Soggy inside handoff. Back to the line of scrimmage is the fullback, Scott or O.J. Simpson. It's O.J. Simpson. Simpson did not find a hole of any kind as left tackle Jess Lewis playing one of his great games. All right, we have back in punt formation Cashman, defensive right halfback Pat Cashman. It's going to be a fake. They hand it back down. They snap back to Simpson, and Simpson is brought down as he gets out to the 16-yard line. A gain of only 4 yards for O.J. Simpson, who got the direct snap from center. Ron Boley brought him down along with Jess Lewis. Boy, these uniforms are getting dirty down here this afternoon. He'll kick this time. Gets the boot away, a good, long, high kick. Fair catch signaled for by Charlie Oles on the Oregon State 45-yard line, where he stepped out of bounds on the far side. A 39-yard kick from scrimmage by Cashman. And before the Beavers put the ball in play, we'll pause 10 seconds to identify the stations of the Oregon State Football Network. Bob Blackburn again here from Parker Stadium. Corvallis, a handoff to Bill Enyart. Slants over the left side, gets tackled standing up after a gain of about 2 yards from the Beaver 45.5-yard line out to almost the 48. Beavers running out of the slot formation right. Billy Mahan jumps offside and then gets back in time. He was going on too quick a count. Handoff to fake to Summers, give to Enyart, or Priest rather, keeping himself. I'm sorry, Priest kept that ball. These jerseys are getting dirty, Blackburn. And Priest gets up to about the 49-yard line. For a gain of another 2 yards, it'll be second and a very long 6 to go. And it's a slot back formation to the right. Bobby Mays is the slot back now. Here goes Priest back to pass. The rush on him. He's going to be jammed and tackled back on the 46-yard line. Steve Priest had no chance either to throw the ball or to get a runaway to the short side, the far side, as Gary Magner and Tim Rosovich ran on him like a streak of lightning. So the Beavers have it 4th down and once again back to about 10 yards to go. 30, Gary Hauser back to punt. The rush is on. He gets the kick away out of the pocket. A long one. Mike Battle back on the 10. Backs away to the 7-yard line where he takes it. He slants to the near side of the 20. He again runs into one of his own men, and then look at him get gang tackle back there. He's shoved clear back to the 16-yard line. Downfield, center John Didion. Jerry Belcher was down there. Also down there was Donnie Summers. Bobby Mays, also 4th man in on the pack. The ball is put down at the 18-yard line, a 47-yard kick by Gary Hauser, who has really belted some big ones today. He's belted them for 59, 36, 41, 46, and now 47 yards. Out of the flanker formation. Soggy is at quarterback. Back to pass in the cup. Fires the sideline. It's dropped. Right there to catch the ball. He had it in his hands with his split and Earl McCullough, but McCullough dropped the ball, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Trojans at their own 18. High formation, slot right for the Trojans. Soggy at quarterback, goes on a quick count, fakes to Simpson. Back to pass, rolling deep. Back to pass, may get hit. Breaks away, throws the ball down the sidelines. It's out of bounds, I believe. It was caught, but was he inbounds or out of bounds? I'll have to wait to see. It was caught on the far side by Ron Drake. But they are calling it an incompleted pass out of bounds on the far side, so they'll bring it back to the original line of scrimmage, which is on the 18.5-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and 10. Linebackers overshifted to the weak side. Here's Soggy back on the draw play to Simpson. He gets hit at the 20-yard line. Coming in to tackle him from the left side was Skip Vanderbunt. Simpson getting forward to the 22-yard line is where the forward progress was stopped. So the Trojans have 4th down and 6 back deep in their territory. Good snap from center, good protection. It's a low kick. Spinning to the near side on the 50 and belted just as he caught the ball was Mark Walatich. Getting him was Earl McCullough. And Bud Gibbs, I don't know when. Of course, we've seen a lot of hard-hitting football games. We have seen some vicious tackling today, but clean tackling. The ball is right on the 50-yard line. The Beavers have it. Slot formation left. Priest is at quarterback against the Trojan 6-2 defense. Donnie Summers on a slant play to the left. Gets over the 50 and down to the Trojan 46-yard line. As the Beavers have been ripping off good yardage through that Trojan line today. Here's the official attendance, and absolutely a new record for the state of Oregon for any athletic event. 41,494. Break to the line of scrimmage. Priest to Maine, counterplay, left side, hit at the line of scrimmage. May have picked up a yard. His forward progress went to the 45, but he was hit and shoved back to the 46. And they're going to spot the ball at the 46-yard line. Oregon State leading 3-0 in the third quarter. 2 minutes, 44 seconds remaining. Priest fakes, back to pass, rolling to the left, fires one. It's incomplete. He overshot the mark. It was a fullback swing pattern to Bill Enyart going down to the left side, cutting to the far sideline, and so the Beavers are put now in a position of kicking from the Trojan 46. Boy, this ball game has ripped along fast today. Hauser kicking. It's going to go into the end zone. Gary just doesn't know how to squib kick. He puts that foot in the ball, and off it goes into the wild blue yonder. Well, in this case, it puts the Trojans back on the 20-yard line. 46 yards. 2.5 minutes to go. Oregon State leading USC 3-0. A fired-up ball game this is today. Here goes Soggy back on the halfback draw. Here comes Simpson, and he gets filled coming out to the left side. I believe that dirty number was Simpson, and it was Rich LaSalle who brought him down again. Up to the 19-yard line. Let's check those numbers. Scott and Simpson, Soggy and Lawrence, the backfield. Here again is a draw play to the halfback. Simpson spins up over the 20 to about the 23. That was a second down and 11-yard to go play, as Simpson had been thrown for a loss of a yard on the previous play. Or picked up, I'm sorry, they'd had the 5-yard penalty, so he picked up just a few yards. So they're now 3rd down and 7 on the 23-yard line. Here goes Soggy back to pass. Rushes on, he gets tackled back to the 15-yard line. Ron Foley got him again. Tremendous tackle by Ron Foley. Soggy, here again is the big play. Soggy back to pass, could not find his receivers. He started to the left, and frankly, he had about 15 or 20 yards of daylight. But Ron Foley came in with a great play, made the one-handed tackle, and so the Trojans have it 4th and 14 back on their 16. It's caught on the 50-yard line by Walatich, back to the 40, down to the 35 where he's tackled at that point. Tackled by linebacker Adrian Young. No, wait a minute. That's a dirty number. It's Mike Scarpace who brought him down. It's an illegal procedure penalty against the Trojans, refused by the Beavers. Priest at quarterback. Fakes to Enyart, gives to Donnie Summers, spins up the middle, gets down to about the 30-yard line. He picks up 3 yards as the gun sounds, ending the third quarter with the score. Here at the end of the third period of action, as the crowd is giving Oregon State a tremendous ovation. A standing ovation for the Beavers, as the score at the end of the third period is Oregon State 3, USC nothing. All right, here's the first play of the fourth quarter, a penalty marker, as Bill Enyart slants over left tackle, but he's going to have backfield in motion called against him as Enyart went for the first down. He went for 7 yards, but it'll be called back. Slightly over 10 yards to go. Priest is going back to pass, bumps into one of his own halfbacks. He's going to be smothered clear back on the Trojan 48-yard line. Priest was thrown just enough off balance that time, and the tremendous rush was put on him by Tim Rosevich and the defensive right end Jim Gunn and Willard Scott. We are into the fourth quarter of the ball game. Light drizzle coming down again. Hauser kicks one. It's going for about the 10-yard line. Mike Battle takes it on the 11. He's to the 15, to the 20, and is tackled on the 25-yard line. And who's that dirty jersey you got him? Boy, these muddy jerseys are hard to spot. A 36-yard kick. Jerry Belcher is the guy who got him. Boy, some of these jerseys have been muddied up on the back so you can't even read the numbers. Out of an I slot right. Soggy is at quarterback. Simpson is the deep man. A pitch out to Simpson coming wide to the right. He cuts and he's tackled as he gets over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. They may give him to the 28-yard line. He was brought down by Mike Foote and Skip Vanderbunt. Vanderbunt at the bottom of the tile and Mike Foote, the two of them got him a little earlier when he took out two men and got the Trojan ball carrier on one of the great defensive plays we've seen this year. Beavers start a little bit too quickly. Penalty markers go. Handoff. Simpson gets over the right side, up over the 30 to about the 32-yard line. However, I believe Oregon State is going to be called for offside, which they are. So the Trojans have the option of taking the 5-yard penalty, which I'm sure they will, having it second and only 2.5 to go, or third and 3. So you take your choice, and which would you take? Trojans second down, a short 3 to go. I slot right. Soggy is the quarterback. Hands to Simpson, left guard, finds a hole, goes for the first down as he hits to the 35-yard line, and pitches forward to the 37 as John Sandstrom and Skip Vanderbunt bring him down. Trojans first and 10. The ball is on their 30, almost the 38-yard line. I slot left. They come to the right side. Soggy on the option play. He's still standing up with the ball being ridden to the near side and finally dropped at the line of scrimmage. Steve Soggy ridden to the ground by Mike Foote and by Mike Groff. No first downs in this half at all.
I don't believe you count that 47-yard run because we didn't get possession.
Here's Soggy handing off to Simpson. Right guard finds a hole to the 40, the 45. He's to the 49-yard line before he's tackled, and that should be enough for the first down. And boy, this O.J. Simpson is a sneaky one. You've got to watch him every second. Mark Walatich finally brought him down, but for the Trojans, who may be on what will be their last real big drive, you can't tell. This could be the one that they've been looking for all day. Have it first and 10 on their 49. I formation. Soggy at quarterback. Scott the fullback. It goes to O.J. Simpson, right side. He's hit behind the line, breaks away, the 50, down to the Oregon State 45-yard line. As he broke a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, Mike Foote had him but couldn't bring him down. Charlie Oles and Skip Vanderbunt finally bring him down in the Oregon State 45-yard line where it will be 2nd and 5. Give to Simpson again up the middle. He trips as he goes over the 45, but still makes about 3 or 4 yards. Jess Lewis helped trip him down there. He gets down to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 4, 2nd and 1. I formation. Flanker back wide to the left. Here's McCullough. Soggy at quarter with a balanced line up there, taking a long count. He starts to the left, gets hit, and is brought down to the 45. Brought down on the Oregon State 45-yard line, and it was Ron Boley and Rich LaSalle who got him. O.J. Simpson is a close man up there. If they snap to him, well, watch out. They go deep to Cashman on the punt. An end over ender. The Beavers, Charlie Oles takes it on the 10, back to 15, the 20, gets a block at the 20, the 25. He goes to the 30, still on his feet at the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, the 45. He fumbles, recovers it, goes out of bounds, and the Beavers will have it on about the 35-yard line where a penalty marker flies. Charlie Oles almost going all the way. This is twice today that Beavers have gone a long way, fumbled the ball. In this case, Charlie Oles hit it. It went out of bounds. He had last possession. Now, whether the officials will rule something on him batting it out of bounds there, I'm not sure. Oregon State is down in USC territory, and let's see what this is going to be. A ball illegally batted is what it is going to be. A ball illegally batted is the sign that the referee gives us. The ball is going to be awarded to the Trojans. And listen to the fans at Parker Stadium, and Coach DeAndros is coming out on the field. As Charlie Oles came to the near side, the ball slipped away from him down at about the 35. He reached for it. The officials are ruling apparently that he intentionally batted the ball out of bounds. Now, this is strictly a judgment call, such as the Beavers got trapped in on 2 quick whistles down at UCLA last week.
Well, Bob, this is very interesting. No USC man was even close to the football, so
this is the first time, Bud, that I've ever seen this called. Frankly, I would have to look into the rule book to find out about the awarding of the ball to the other team. In this case, they are giving the ball to USC on the Trojan 35 at the point where it was batted out of bounds. Oregon State captain and linebacker Skip Vanderbutt is asking the crowd to quiet down. The clock shows 9 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the ball game. Oregon State is leading 3-0. All right, Soggy is the quarterback. Hands off to Simpson. Comes over right guard, and he gets gang tackled as hard as he can get tackled. There's a loose ball. Who's got it? Oregon State recovers, but I believe it was already whistled dead. And here the fans go again. I slot left. Soggy the quarterback. Simpson is the deep man. Scott the short man in the I. Hand off to Simpson, right guard. Turns the corner, comes outside. He gets hit and downed on the 37-yard line. Coming over on the near side to belt him out of bounds, or not out of bounds, he was tackled inbounds. Ron Boley and left halfback Charlie Oles, who just a few moments ago ran that ball back so deep, so far, but was not given any credit for it because of the fumble, the batted ball out of bounds, and the Trojans taking over. This is their big play right now. They fake the Simpson. Soggy is back to pass. Fires one to the near side. It is incomplete and almost intercepted. Mike Foote. Mike Foote is down on the ground and has to be consoled by linebacker Mike Groff as he is so mad that he didn't intercept the ball. But the Trojans have been held. 4th and 7. Gets the kick away, a wobbly kick, a short one to the near side, goes out of bounds just over the 40-yard line of Oregon State. A very short kick from scrimmage. They're lining it up down on the Beaver 36-yard line where it'll be brought in. Slot back is Billy Main. The fullback is Bill Enyart. It's a give to Enyart, cracks it over left tackle. He just keeps fighting and belting, and he's still standing up. Finally goes down, but the whistle is long since blown as he got out to about the Oregon State 37-38. Where are they going to stop it? They give him a yard to the 38-yard line, second. Well, let's call it 2 yards, 2nd and 8. It's a very short 2 yards. He was tackled by Gary Magner and Ralph Oliver, the middle guard. The Trojan line tightening up, knowing the Beavers will be staying on the ground. Here's a give to Donnie Summers. He gets to about the 44. A fake to Enyart, and the give to Summers on a cross buck. The Trojans had that one pretty well spotted. Give him a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 7. It's Jerry Belcher. Beavers coming out in the I formation, slot to the right. Here's Priest on a handoff and slipping, but still on his feet is Main. He gets back to the 40-yard line. Now, this was that play which Oregon State previously had run twice, one time for the big gain. Deep man is Mike Battle. For the Trojans, Gary Hauser will kick for Oregon State. 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Good protection, gets away a low spiral. It'll hit down on the 25, the 20, the 15. It's taken back on the 12-yard line by Battle. Sidesteps a man at the 20. Head down. He goes into one of the Beavers at the 24, and that one Beaver is joined by 3 more who shove him clear back to the 21, but the officials say forward progress, 24-yard line. Billy Main was down there. John Didion was down there. Jerry Belcher was down there. Those 3, after a 48-yard kick by Gary Hauser, have stopped the Trojans on the USC 24-yard line. The clock showing 6 minutes and 1 second to go as it stopped with the change of the ball to the Trojans. These Beavers have played a tremendous defensive game. Soggy to the left, finds daylight, turns upfield and goes to about the 30-yard line for a gain of 6. Brought down by Don Whitney, the defensive right halfback who came in for the unassisted tackle. I slot right on the 2nd and 4. Give to Simpson. Tries left guard. Finds a hole. He battles. May have made the first down. May have fumbled. If he fumbles, the Beavers have recovered on the 35-yard line. Oregon State's ball. Jess Lewis has recovered the fumble for the Beavers on the Trojan 35-yard line as Skip Vanderbutt came in and hit O.J. Simpson as hard as he has ever been hit. Beavers in a full house T formation. Catlin split end to the left. The give to Enyart. Enyart crawls, scratches, kicks, bites, goes in under right guard for about a yard or 2. And this Trojan defensive line, believe me, has tightened up in this half. And down 9. Priest at quarter. Fakes to Enyart, takes the ball himself, pitches back. There's a fumble. And USC has recovered it. Not who has it. It may have gone out of bounds. Nope, it's Oregon State's ball. It went out of bounds. Now, this is the time when a Trojan batted the ball out of bounds, but it was last in full control of Oregon State. I say the 32, I'm sorry, the 37. All right, Beavers lining up, flankers wide both ways. Priest is back to pass. Fires one right up the middle, it's complete. Over the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Goes the tight end, Gary Hauser. That play was good for 7 yards to Gary Hauser, so Oregon State now with 4th down. Backers ready to shoot the gap and come on in. Here's the snap back, the ball put down, the kick is on the way, it'll be short. Goes into the end zone, out of the end zone, automatic touchback. As that ball was snapped back to Larry Rich, it was a little bit low. Rich had a little trouble getting a good clean hold on it. This may have hampered Haggard's attempted field goal a little bit. Normally a 6-2, have gone to a 5-3 occasionally today. Here's Soggy back to pass, throws one up the middle, it's incomplete. Had it been completed to Bob Klein, it would have been recovered by Charlie Oles because Klein dropped the ball and Oles got it. Actually, they're lining up with 8 men at the line of scrimmage. A pass out to the near side by Soggy falls short. Steve Soggy has not had one of his better days on this soggy day at Parker Stadium. That pass on a flare pattern to the near sideline intended for his split end Earl McCullough. Trojans at the line of scrimmage, I formation, slot right, fullback draw, and it's jammed up the middle as Steve Dale carries the ball but gets only about 2 yards. And so it'll be a 4th down, and 7 yards to go as they spot the ball in the 23. Half, as we mentioned, a defensive battle. The Trojans 2 first downs, the Beavers none rather. A high wobbly kick. Larry Rich, the safety man, goes over, watches the ball drift out of bounds on the 42-yard line of Oregon State, where the Beavers will put it in play with 3 minutes to go on the clock, and now they'll try to run the clock out if they can. A 35 kick. In the state of Oregon, over 41,000 people. They're lining up in the full house tee. That Trojan line is up. They want to stop any kind of a line play here. Maine up the middle, gets up to about the 44-yard line, and he is just double back on the tackle. He was hit viciously by linebacker Adrian Young. Stopped on the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2. 2nd down and a very short 8 yards to go. Mentioned on many All-American teams last year. Priest at quarterback, fake to Enyard, give to the second man. Billy Maine over the left side, gets near the 50-yard line before he's ridden to the ground on the 49. And again, it was the linebacker that we were just talking about, Adrian Young. Roger Catlin splitting wide to the near side. He's been a lonesome man out there today as they haven't thrown to him at all. That Trojan line, edgy, anxious, ready to charge in. Priest of the ball. He fakes to Enyard, takes it himself. He goes over the 50 and makes the first down. And that could be one of the big plays of the afternoon. The clock shows 1:39 to go as Steve Priest on the option play carries for Oregon State, only first down today. However, Priest was injured on the tackle. A little slow about getting up. And Oregon State may take a timeout. Steve Priest a little slow about getting up, and trainer Bill Robertson is out to talk to him. All right, this ball game, as did last week's, is going right down to the final seconds of play. 1 minute and 28 seconds showing on the clock as Steve Priest makes Oregon State's only first down of this half. The Beavers have the ball, 1st and 10, and the crowd gives them a roar as they break to the line of scrimmage. They're on the Trojan 47-yard line, 1st and 10. And you can bet they'll stay on the ground now. The Trojans are almost in an 8-man line. Enyard gets it, cracks over left guard, and goes over the 45 to the 44. Dave Marlette made the hole open for him over there, Marlette, and the left tackle. Timeout for the Trojans as the ball is on the 43-yard line as Bill Enyard rips off 5 yards, 2nd and 5 for the Beavers. But a couple of our guys up here, Bud Assey and Don Breed, both recall that they saw that one. They were only 30 at the time. All right, here we go. At the line of scrimmage, a fumble by Priest, and he falls on it himself, and 3 Trojans on top of him. And that, incidentally, is Oregon State's, let's see, that's their 3rd fumble today. Is that the first one they've recovered? They've recovered all of them. 1 minute, 14 seconds to go. The Beavers have it 3rd down and about 6. Priest is still at quarterback. Hands to Enyard. Enyard plunges, 40-yard line, just shy of the first down as he gets inside the 40 to about the 38. Now, I say just shy of the first down. They may have to measure it. The clock is still ticking away seconds. It shows 1 minute. We're down to the last minute of play, 59 seconds. 4th and 1. Who will take it? They give to Enyart, cracks the right side. He may have made it. If he made it, it will be a tremendous second effort against the tackling of the left side of the Trojan line. And this could be one of the most important mark-offs all season. They're unstacking them on the far side. The clock has stopped with 28 seconds to go. Oregon State is just 28 seconds away from a 3-0 upset over the nation's #1 team. If this is a first down, they can run out the clock. They're calling the chains in for the measurement, and listen to the crowd roar if it is a first down. I won't even have to crack the field mic. It'll be so loud. Coach DeAndros on the far side of the field goes wild as it was 1st and 10 for the Beavers, and I'm sure you could tell that by the crowd. Oregon State with 11 seconds to go, 10 seconds before the biggest upset of the year, and Steve Priest just falls on the ball.